Alright, just wanted to make a short video on the mosin-nagant. I bought one, the top one right there, for $150, a little overpriced, but you know, and I made some modifications as you can see to it, the scope, the finish on it. I changed the finish, changed the color, polished the bolt, and reduced the trigger pull on it, because these are some of the modifications that present a lot of problems. And I also added a 1-inch recoil pad. Just because it's rubber doesn't take the recoil away. But I have one that I bought and I have done no modifications to, so I can show you the differences and how easy it is to do. All of these modifications except for the trigger pull are not permanent. You can go back with original hardware. But the trigger pull, however, the way I do it, it is permanent, so you know, beware of that issue. First is the recoil pad. I got this thing off of Amazon. This is the guy, or the place that I bought it from, and it's I don't know if you can really see that well, but it's one TGS M44 mosin-nagant rubber recoil butt pad, and it was $11.95. He shipped it pretty quick. These are sandable, so you will have to form fit them and sand them down. I got it fairly good. I could go back and hit it in some places right here, but it uses the same screw holes. You just basically take your metal butt plate off the back here and use the same screws. Bolts up real nice. It does help me because I have a really long pull, so it makes it a little bit more comfortable feel, but it does not absolutely nothing for the recoil. Now the scope I want to talk about. It originally came with this leaf sight. You can take it off. It's very easy to take off. You take the top piece off here, and there are 2 pins. I don't know if you can see them or not real well. There's a pin right there and a pin right there. Some of these pins have been soldered. If that's the case, you can probably drill them. I don't know. Mine, it was hard to punch through, but it got done pretty good. And there's a dovetail up on it. It slides off, right off. As you can see on this one, there's a dovetail, and you already have the holes in there. And as you can see, that's one of the pins that come out of it, because this thing will move on you. I fired 6 shots out of it without having that pin in there, and it moved 1/4 inch. I really didn't believe it, but it did. The scope rings I got, found those off of Amazon. They're NC Star ring mount RB27. They come in a little package like this. I believe they're 1 inch tall, 22 scope rings. They're pretty easy to find. I think they were about $6 for the 2 of them. And they go in pretty easy. What I did was mounted my scope and to the scope rings, mounted the first ring to the dovetail, then mounted my second ring, left these 2 screws out and left this piece off, drilled a hole through the hole that was already there through the other side, then put that on, drill my hole from the other side. That way I had a nice straight line, and just drove my pin through it. The stock, I put a high polyurethane shine on it, and put mahogany is the color that I chose for it. I think it turned out really well. It shoots pretty nice. I haven't zeroed in the scope, but it shoots pretty nice. And the scope is a long eye relief. That's really long. I think it goes all the way up to 10 inches. And you can maintain a nice cheek weld and still see out of your scope. It's a 2x9 power. 2x7 power. I got it off of Amazon as well. It come with a Weaver type scope mount. I heard a bunch of crap about them, so I didn't think I'd really like them all that much. So I just went with this. It's real easy, real simple. Doesn't take a whole lot. The scope and the Weaver mount was $56, I believe. I think this might be a NC Star. I'm not for sure. I can't remember. But it's a 2x7x32. It works fairly well. Comes with the lens covers and all that fun crap. The bolt, some areas I did polish really well because it does seem to help. Still not quite done with it, as you can see. And just for you safety people, it is unloaded. I'm going to go ahead and slide the bolt, lock it down in place, because we're going to do a dry fire here. Dry firing will not hurt these rifles. And I'm going to show you the difference. As you can see, it's empty. I'm going to show you the difference of the trigger pull. Now this is how it comes. It comes just like this. You have a long trigger pull. This is my modified trigger pull. Very quick. Now to do that modification, all you have to do is take your bolt out. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult. And take that screw out, completely disassemble it. Then you'll have that piece right in there. As you see, I'm trying to get you a good view here. As you see, when you pull it, it goes down. If you just take a file and take that down, do it slowly, it will come down and it will make a trigger pull that short. That's the only permanent modification I've done to this. And I do have all the parts, and I also took off the front sight. It just slides right out. That way it wouldn't get in the way of the scope. But that's it for my mosin-nagant. And I'll get back to you. I have shot 5 rounds through it since I put the pin in, and it did pretty good. Thank you.